Hello again, welcome back to my channel. I am Grace Annabelle. In today's video I'll be showing you how to prepare spaghetti jollof. Let's talk through the ingredients and get started. Right, so I have here 1 packet of spaghetti. I'm using 1 tin of peeled tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 2 Harbonero peppers, 3 medium size of onions, some carrots, that's about 2 carrots diced, half a piece of green bell pepper sliced, half a piece of red bell pepper sliced, some diced scallions or spring onions, 1 medium size of onion sliced, that's what I'll be using to fry my oil, sweet corn, chestnut mushroom, and for seasoning I'm using a teaspoon of my vegetable seasoning. This is amazing, I love this. A teaspoon of allspice or pimento, 4 pieces of calabash nutmeg, African calabash nutmeg, yeah. A teaspoon of ground ginger and garlic granules. I'm using some sunflower oil. Use any oil that you have available. And a pinch of salt to taste. Let's get started. In my saucepan or my pot, I would add my sunflower oil and then turn on my heat to on a medium setting. At this point my oil is hot, so I'm gonna add my diced onions and give those a good stir. So while my onion is frying, I'll go ahead and then pour all my veggies and the pimento, the African calabash nutmeg, into my blender and blend this. After blending this, I will then pour it into my pot. Give this a good stir and leave this to cook for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I will then add my tomato puree or paste. Give this a good stir and leave it to cook for another 10 more minutes. Right, at this point, I will go on and add my ground ginger and garlic granules. Salt, vegetable seasoning, and give this a good stir. Leave this to cook for 5 more minutes. Right, at this point, I will then add my carrots because they are the hardest. Always add the hardest veggies first. All right, so I'll give this a good stir. Leave this to simmer for about 2 minutes. Next, I'll add my sweet corn. Give this a good stir. Leave this to simmer for 2 more minutes. At this point, I've actually turned down my heat is to the lowest setting. Now I'm gonna add my chestnut mushroom. Give this a good stir. All right, and then I'll leave this to simmer for 2 minutes. And we'll then add our main ingredient, which is the spaghetti. Right, so at this point, I'm gonna add my spaghetti. I'll break this into 2. Yes, just like that. And then give this a good stir. So while you are stirring this, you also make sure that you separate them, okay? Because we don't want them to stick together. We don't want them to be sticky. So while you are stirring this, you try to separate them as well. Okay, just like I'm doing in the video. Right, so at this point, I'm gonna add water to it. That's 2 cups of water. Give it a good stir. And then add more. I'll add 1 cup more to it. So in total, I'll be using 3 cups of water. Look at that. Yes. It looks very beautiful and they're not sticking together. Right, so at this point, I'll cover this and leave this to cook for 10 minutes. Right, so after 10 minutes, this is the time to add your red bell, green bell, and the scallions because they don't take long to cook and we don't want to overcook them, all right? So yes, I've added that. Give it a good stir, cover it, and leave it to cook for 10 more minutes. Right, at this point, our spaghetti jollof is ready. Look at that. It looks so beautiful, isn't it? Yes, my spaghetti jollof is ready to be served. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. It's so easy and simple to make. Spaghetti jollof right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, do hit the subscribe button. I'll see you again in my next one. Bye bye.